Meanwhile, Used Clothes Dealers Association in Kantamanto they are also responding favorably to the calls for a reduction in the prices of goods and services. The group says it is reducing prices of its products by 30%, according to leadership of the trading community. It is only prudent to reduce their prices. Obrieboy, spokesperson for the Used Clothing Traders Association, is joining us via Zoom now. Thank you, Obrieboy, for your time here on The Pulse. So what's informing this decision? We know that obviously the city is getting some marginal stability. Beyond that, are there some more factors that we need to know about?
Yeah, thank you for having me. I think based on our release this afternoon, I hope the line is clear.
I can hear you loud and clear, sir.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear, yes.
We are also, yeah, it's all about the reduction of the dollar. And we also need to let the government know we do appreciate and want to acknowledge that good effort. And in view of that, the members of into the final consumer. That is why we came up with 30% reduction, so that we know we are in the festive season. People need to buy, people need to celebrate. But you can't go away without coming to a Kantamanto or the likes of where you can get clothing to wear to do your proper celebration. Again, today we got a news that, you know, when you get to the port, when you do your clearance, we use the USD to do the calculation for the import duty. That one too was 13, and now it has dropped to 8 per dollar. With
Obrieboy, I'm losing you intermittently. I don't know if you could just
the margin is very huge.
Yeah, if you could just take that point for us again. You were talking about how perhaps the exchange rate and some other factors are favoring you now, a reason for which you would want to reduce your prices.
Yeah, like I said earlier on, initially dollar went up to 16 and it keeps going. Currently, we know the BOG within 3 weeks now, it's going down. And once it's dropping, we also need to let it reflect on the final consumer. And then again, too, when you get to the port, with the clearance at the port, they also use the USD to calculate for the duty. And they were using 13 USD. But as I'm talking to you now, just today, the breaking news we had from the port is they are using 8 instead of the 13. So you can look at the margin. And that is the reason why we also came up as an executive and as a good citizen. We also wanted to reflect on the final consumer. That's why we make that decision.
Do you feel that we could go below the 30% reduction that you've just announced?
Yeah, that is what we are all hoping for. It depends. The more the city get appreciation, we will still adjust the price. And like we said, we don't have much restriction on the pricing, but it's just an appeal that we are doing to our members to adjust the prices because they've all seen it. It is like it's all reflecting. So if this is the situation, why not? We also need to appreciate what the government is doing and also let it reflect. And like I said earlier on, we are in the festive season. People need to celebrate. You need a good clothing. You need a nice dress, shoes, bags. Then if the prices are going down, I think the pressure in town can also come down a little bit. That's why we are taking this initiative.
Aside what's happening at the ports, what else influences the cost of the products that you sell, for which you may want some more intervention from government?
Yeah, we have a lot to do, which the government is aware. Though I'm also part of the GUTA, we think we've sent our proposal and the government is aware. I think the major one is the dollar, which now things are going down a little bit for us. When there was the crisis or when the pressure was in town, yeah, we did a lot of demonstration, a lot of meetings, bashing the government. So if we have seen changes, I think it's very good to know. The more the prices to in the changes, it will go by the changes depending on the situation. And with the second-hand clothing, to one thing is we are all not importing from one country. We have some from China, some from Korea, UK, London, Canada, and US, and the prices are not the same. So sometimes it depends on the country where the goods are coming from. Others are higher than, the varieties. But if you prefer the quality one, you need to pay more. But we are also appealing to the government just to maintain the situation so that we've lost a lot of capital. If this situation can even go down again for us, we will appreciate. And
Do
we can also
you want a special? Is it the case that you want a special dispensation, something special to be handed to your group, since you don't import from the same location?
In fact, the government is helping the second-hand clothing because he knows our volume. Just even a month, in previous time when the dollar is normal, we used to clear almost 200 containers within just a week to two. And when things went wrong, when you come to Kantamanto, the place was empty. And I believe the more we import, the more the revenue too, that the government can also make good use of that revenue. So I think we wish it will go down even more than this because we've lost a lot of money. And we are also appealing to our members. They should also take the situation in good faith so that we can also let it reflect on the final consumers. That is our major.
Well, it's quite unfortunate. We've lost Aubrey Yeboah, spokesperson of the Used Clothes Dealers Association of Kantamanto. You're watching The Pulse. Well, my colleague Michael Niajale has been interacting with some of the traders within Kantamanto. Here's what we found out.
This is Kantamanto Market, right at the heart of the Greater Accra region. Also, one of the biggest markets in the city. Arguably, it is one of the easiest places to find used clothing. Just a few hours ago, the Association of Used Clothing Dealers announced a 30% reduction in their wares, following the performance and the appreciation of the Ghana cedi against the dollar, and again, the ease of doing business at the port. Let's check out some of the shops and how this will translate into how much you buy your jeans and your used clothing.
Oh, the previous day it goes high, but as at last week, it has come down. But the goods is old stock, so we can't reduce it drastically as they used to previous. It's gradual. Maybe 2023 there. If the dollar stay as is harder, maybe we can reduce.
Until how soon can we expect the prices of your wares to come down? Give us a window, say a month or two.
A month. Let's take a month.
But currently, how much are you selling your bales?
Oh, we have cotton dress. Cotton dress, at first, we sell it 3,500. But since last week, we sell it 3,200. So we are reducing small. Oh, we have household, bedsheets and towels. We sell it 1,004, but now we sell it 1,200.
So we are in one of those shops that deals in used clothing. Let's see how exactly this announcement will translate into the wares that they sell. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What's your name?
I'm Nanesi.
Okay.
And this is my shop. My shop name is S. Joan Enterprise. I'm into used clothing.
Wonderful, Nanesi. So 30% reduction, that's what the leadership have announced. But let's first walk us through how you do the business. So I see these are bales of clothing, right? That's what you call it, right? Bales of clothing. So what particularly is this?
This is men jeans.
Okay.
At the moment when the dollar is up, we are selling it 4,000.
Wow. So 4,000 just from here to here. Yes. Everything inside of it is 4,000 Ghana cedis.
4,000 Ghana cedis.
That's very high.
Yes, because the dollar was high. But at this moment, we are trying to come down a little bit. Right now, I'm selling at 3,800. But we hope this is an old stock. So when the new stock comes, we can even drop it to at least 3,500 or lesser than that.
Oh, I see. So you are selling in bale, so you don't deal in individual jeans. So say if I wanted to buy jeans, so if a 4,000 bale of clothing, what would that translate into a single jeans?
That depends on the people who opens it.
Okay.
The much that they will get it in will tell them how much they should sell it. Some are nice, some are not nice, so that will depend on them.
Okay. But who bears the cost whether it's nice or not?
I mean, they are going to bear the cost.
Okay, I see. So because of the CD, you had to sell it at 4,000
yes.
when the CD was somewhere 14 Ghana cedis to the dollar.
Yes.
But now we are seeing somewhere below 10 Ghana cedis. You are promising that it may even go down beyond. But you don't sell just jeans, right?
Yes.
So the other items that you have.
I have dresses,
okay.
ladies' dresses.
Okay.
That also, we have silk dress and cotton dress. The silk dresses sell 6,000, but at this moment, I'm trying to sell it 5,500. At this moment, and we hope if new stock comes, since the money is coming down, and we hope it will come down more than it's coming, so we would reduce it at least into 4,000.
Wow. So it will come down from 5,000 to 4,000.
Yes.
Wow.
Hopefully.
That's a lot. That's 1,000 that you are taking out of that. That made it very difficult to do business when the dollar was appreciating against the cedi.
Yes, but when you ask me, I could say that before the dollar went to 15 cedis, we were having an old stock. So we have to sell it to suit the money. At this moment, the money is coming down. So we also have to come down. In any way, after all, the market is competition. So if you are not coming down, then people will be doing it and you'll be still there.
I see. But there's a question of enforcement here. Can they force you to reduce it? Or you think you are just doing it because you think that is right?
We are doing it because of the dollar. Okay. If the government is helping us, and now the duty is a bit down, and the freight also is a bit down. So if all those things, the government is helping us because of that, then we have to appreciate the government, and we also have to come down so that the people, the consumers also will be free and to do their business also.
Wow. This is very interesting. So if the dollar begins to go up, what will happen to your business?
We also increase. If the dollar goes up, we also go up. If the dollar comes down, we come down.
I mean, but most of the people, the patrons that buy from you, people say you are quick to increase it when the dollar seems to be appreciating against the cedi. But when the cedi is doing very well against the dollar, you are slow in implementing the change.
As you can see, this is an old stock. You can't drop immediately like that. If the government has reduced into 3% or 15%, then you drop 15%. It will go gradually.
I see. So these are jeans, these are women's clothing. What else do you have here? What's the price that you are selling at right now?
We have three-quarter, which is ladies three-quarter. We have lightweight, which is children clothes. And we have ladies t-shirt at the back also. This is men t-shirt as well. And
how much is the men t-shirt going for?
At the matter of fact, we are selling it 4,000. At this moment, we are selling it 3,800.
So why the 200 difference?
As I said, this is an old stock.
Okay.
Since the money is coming down, everyone would like to sell at least to get some of the money.
Okay.
So when you drop some, it will help you to go faster. Then you also can get some of the dollar.
I see. Nanesi, let me thank you very much. So you just heard from Nanesi. She runs this particular shop here. These are supposed to be second-hand clothing or used clothing. The association announced a 30% reduction and they were only entreating their membership to follow suit and reduce the price of their wares so that the ordinary person on the street can afford to buy. Nancy just explained to us that in the event that the cedi appreciates more against the dollar, they are also interested in reducing their wares further down. But in the event that it takes the other way around, well, they will also decide to increase their price. But currently, as it stands, she says she's willing to reduce the price of their bills, some of which are going for 4,000 Ghana cedis. They're willing to sell it at 3,800 and may even go down to 3,500 if the cedi continues to perform as it is doing right now. Well, as to how this will translate into how you buy your ordinary shirt or jeans by the side of the road, it only remains to be seen how that will also be enforced. For Joy News, Michael Ashali.
You're watching The Pulse. We'll be back shortly.